107.9 WWPH.
Your community, your world, your radio station. 107.9 FM. WWPH in Princeton Junction. The Flash.
Good morning. This is James with your 107.9 FM news flash for February 11th. A county is facing an alarming health crisis. Texas County CACDA is experiencing a measles outbreak as many of the population is not vaccinated for religious reasons. An activist is standing up for what they believe. One of Kendrick Lamar's backup dancers protested against the Gaza crisis by raising a flag during the halftime show. A faulty software is putting lives in danger. The FDA is warning that diabetes smartphone app trackers may be inaccurate and lead to injury or even death. This has been James with your 107.9 FM news flash for February 11th.
Timmy, what are you drinking?
It's just some soda, the extra sugary kind.
Yay, sugar! Well, I have the super awesome Kool-Aid. Also the extra sugary kind.
Yay, more sugar!
Oh yeah!
It's the Kool-Aid Man!
Do you kids know what goes great with Kool-Aid? Some nice, cool radio.
Yay, radio!
Oh yeah! Enjoy some nice, refreshing radio with 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Hey kid, what are you doing?
Nothing.
You are where you're on school grounds.
What?
That's right. No going above 25 miles per hour while you're in a school zone.
I will never do that again.
This has been a message brought to you by 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
107.9 reminds you, the solution is in our hands.
Hi, this is Miguel from Golden Hour. Many times we get influenced by people's opinions, especially in times like this when there is division and there is pressure to pick one side. However, it is better to be flexible and open-minded. Look for areas of commonality and agreement, listen to and respect opposing views. We can disagree and still live in harmony to make a better world.
And the world will live as one.
Welcome here to 107.9 FM. We're here at the night shift clocking in. I will be your host today, Johnson.
I'm James.
And I'm John.
And to kind of start off today's show, we're going to talk about a highly anticipated event that was held here at High School North, which is the senior swing dancing competition that happened last Friday during the school day.
Yeah, so a little bit about this event. As Jonathan said, it happened last Friday, as the seniors do this very annually. With this year, it was being hosted by Miss Sarah Getty and judged by Miss Matrell, the bio teacher, Miss Greenhouse, the English teacher, and some other guest judges. But in addition to the two finalists from last year, they also came back as judges. So it was definitely a very cool event to see, and just congratulations to all of those who participated.
Yes, so competitors for this event were chosen during the swing dance unit in gym class, with the top 2 or 3 pairs in each gym class moving on to the competition.
Yep, and for a lot of them, they would be performing a kind of routine for all the rounds, and they would be judged on a scale of 1 to 10 for each judge. So that would mean that they could earn a total of 40 points in general.
Yeah, exactly. And the swing dancing competition had multiple rounds, with the first round being the preliminary round, followed by the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then finals as they all got smaller, with the top 3 teams being Zach Owen and Ryan Perez at third, Milo Tsai and Trishti Shatich at second, and Jacob Plan and Austin Coyle winning the competition in first place.
Yep, they were definitely the best swing dancers. It was a very exciting event for especially seniors, as this is something that we will get to do in gym. But we'll be right back on 107.9 FM. Welcome back on 107.9 FM. And last week we've had one of the biggest sporting events in our country, and that was the Super Bowl, where the Eagles played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and won the game 40-22.
Yes, so the score was actually 40-6 at one point, as the Eagles dominated the Chiefs on both sides of the ball. And The Eagles' rush defense had an unprecedented 5 sacks with 0 blitzes, achieving a jaw-dropping 52% pressure rate at one point.
Yeah, and many thought that the Chiefs would end up three-peating or winning 3 in a row, which they never ever did because of how dominant the Eagles' defense was during the game.
Yeah, and Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl MVP for his performance and is one of the only current standing quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl.
Yep, and recently a lot of Eagles also have been breaking other records, such as Eagles running back Saquon Barkley, who during the Super Bowl broke the all-time rushing stat for both season and playoffs.
Yes, so overall the team has gone 16-1 since their bye week in Week 5, with the one loss being in a game in which Jalen Hurts got injured and sidelined with a concussion.
Yeah, the Eagles have been doing really well to cap off a very impressive season, and they will be heading back to Philadelphia on Thursday for a parade for all Eagles fans, and hopefully everyone stays safe and has fun at the parade. But we'll be right back on 107.9 after this short break, and we'll bring you some more sports news around.
Courage, please help me. I'm stuck on a different radio station.
Oh, I've got to say Muriel, or my name isn't Sir Bartholomew III. And it's not. Return to the station or suffer the consequences.
Ah! Courage, help!
Oh, the things I do for love. Even you can help Courage save Muriel by tuning in to 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Hey, Billy, what you doing?
Oh, you know, the usual. I'm just using the school computer here to mess around with hardware and software and install my favorite video gaming devices. And as everybody knows, computers double as eating utensils. The keyboard is a great substitute for a spoon.
Hey, Billy, you're not really using that computer correctly.
What?
Teacher! Billy, I thought I told you the computers are not to be used while food or drink are being consumed. The monitor is not a plate for a steak.
I like steak.
A message from 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Are you bored?
I'm so bored.
Don't worry, we got you. Listen to 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
The Great 108. Sports Central.
Good morning. This is James with your 107.9 FM Sports Flash for February 11th. Sports betting reaches an all-time high. DraftBooks and many other sports betting companies had a record $1 billion spent on the Super Bowl. A highly anticipated return for an athlete is set to happen. Lakers star Luka Doncic is set to play on Monday, 10 p.m. against the Jazz after being suddenly traded. A superstar is suffering a reoccurring setback. Mavericks' new player, Anthony Davis, has received another injury, leading to him leaving the game early. This has been James with your 107.9 FM Sports Flash for February 11th.
Are you having a hard time finding a radio station to love? Stop wasting your time and come listen to The Great 108. It's packed with tons of hyper music to cure your love sickness. Weather reports and different topics will be there for you and others are not. Just come and feel the love at 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Are you one of the many teens who owns a phone, laptop, maybe a graphing calculator or debit card? If you bring these items to school on a regular basis without locking them up, how do you feel someone took them while you were at sports practice or even gym class?
Young people ages 12 through 17 are more likely to have their possessions stolen than adults, and most of these thefts occur on school grounds without being reported. So lock up your lockers today and keep your valuables safe.
A message brought to you by 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
You got that ear that's great for listening, and we play the trending music that you like. Brought to you by 107.9 FM.
The Great 108. Here on 107.9, we like to bring you all the news about your local community, and something that's been going on in the local community is what's called Blitz, where Student Council hosted their annual event Blitz on Saturday, February 8th, And Blitz is kind of an event where student council goes around in the community and gathers sponsorships from local businesses for their annual Tonight Show.
Yeah, so the Tonight Show is a talent show for seniors, which boasts an attendance of over 500 kids and parents.
Right, and businesses have the opportunity to gain exposure in the local community by purchasing sponsor packages to give their business a spot in the playbook that is handed out at the show. And this year, student council members made over $800 at Blitz, marking the most in recent history for the club.
And the amount not only covers the printing of the playbook, but also helps provide for charity and also to help support local businesses as they also get a boost in their profits. And kind of to shout out, one of the cars that made the most money this year was Hansa's, with over $535 worth of sponsorships, which is almost half of the amount that everyone else made. And they went around the Wurimar area, which is near High School South, which has a lot of strong support for our local high schools.
Yeah, and other businesses that deserve a shout out are ones that have been yearly supporters of the HSN Student Council, such as Princeton Tux, Romeo's, and Al John's.
Yep. And those businesses have definitely been a staple part of the community, which has really been nice to see over the past couple years. And we'll be right back on 107.9 FM after this short break.
Oh boy, I sure am lost. I just want to go to Sesame Street. Cookie! Oh my gosh, it's Cookie Monster. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
Oh, me think that easy. Just follow trail of cookies.
Cookie, you ate all of them.
Oh no, how will I find my way home? Me no have the info.
Wait, I have an idea. We can listen to 107.9 FM. They always have the best info.
Yay, and then we can get some cookies. To find your way to where the air is sweet, just turn on 107.9 FM, WWPH in Princeton Junction.
I'm feeling tired. I think I'll just come to school later.
Won't you get a tardy though?
I won't. I can just walk in and go straight to class.
Don't you know the new rules? The doors close at exactly 7:40 a.m. and teachers have been instructed to mark any late student tardy.
Oh, shucks. I guess I'll just arrive on time then. A good learning experience requires students to be on time. Don't be late, be great. A message brought to you by 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Are you watching the Super Bowl?
No, I'm listening to 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
With many conflicts around the globe, it is easy to get desensitized and or worn out by the seemingly never-ending bad news. It seems the world is spiraling week by week. However, in constant overconsumption of instant news, it is important to seek out the good in the world. Dig past the immediate bad headlines and find the optimistic news about a new scientific discovery or a valiant effort by an individual or organization to help others. See the good in the world, for the way we choose to see the world creates the world we see. This has been Johnson Lin on 107.9 FM. Welcome back on 107.9 FM. Today is Tuesday, and that means we here on the night shift are bringing you Tuesday Tunes, where we cover all the news in the music industry. And kind of something that's been really huge was the Super Bowl halftime show, which is one of the biggest shows around the world, with over 650,000 people attending in person to watch the halftime show, and more than 150 million people watching live. And Kendrick Lamar featured a show with many hit songs from his new album, such as Luther, Squabble Up, TV Off, Man of the Garden, and finally Not Like Us.
Right, and Kendrick Lamar also brought on SZA, and she's someone that's featured on a lot of his songs like Luther and All the Stars, and she performed with him. And honestly, it was a really great performance. Also, Not Like Us was won huge at the Grammys and was the most anticipated song of the show, and it accumulated billions of streams on Spotify.
Yeah, and Kendrick Lamar also stuck to his artist style of storytelling on modern issues, as his show contained a number of nuanced themes behind it.
Yep, and some of these included Samuel L. Jackson playing America, which had a commentary on the role that hip-hop plays in black culture. And we'll be right back on 107.9 FM with some more entertainment news right after this break about songs and other releases.
From Hollywood to your hometown, it's the Great 108 Entertainment Flash.
Good morning. This is James with your 107.9 FM Entertainment Flash for February 11th. A famous TV show is celebrating its longevity. SNL is hosting its 50th anniversary show with many celebrities slated to have a guest appearance in honor. An artist is capitalizing on their success. Kendrick Lamar announces extended tour dates for 2025 into Europe after a successful Super Bowl halftime show. An actor is branching off into other forms of entertainment. Anthony Mackie, who plays Captain America after Chris Evans left, is also set to become the Grand Marshal of the Daytona 500. This has been James with your 107.9 FM Entertainment Flash for February 11th.
Oh my god, your face is glowing. What do you use?
This glow comes from me listening to a blend of the most top quality music, talks, and sports.
You don't use any products?
Nope, I don't have to.
Not even Maybelline?
Maybe it's Maybelline, maybe it's 107.9 FM.
What about CoverGirl? You have to use something.
Easy breezy 107.9 FM.
WWPH in Princeton Junction.
Are you okay? I am so tired. I just ran the mile in gym. Do you need some water? I don't have any. Water is super important in everyday consumption. Here, have some of mine. Make sure you have water throughout the school day and bring a water bottle to school. This is a message provided to you by 107.9 FM WWPH in Princeton Junction.
1079 reminds you the solution is in our hands.
Hey, this is Liv Carava from Tonight Live. Remember what William Arthur Ward said? A warm smile is the universal language of kindness. Smiles are contagious. They have the power to spread positivity around the world. Remember that violence is never the answer, that kindness and peace can help resolve problems, and that a simple smile can make all the difference.
And the world will live as one.
Welcome back to 107.9 FM. And something that's been going on that's good in the world is that the Maui Wildfire Insurance Company is now being forced to pay their settlement after trying to avoid it. And for some context, in 2023, the Hawaiian island of Maui suffered one of the deadliest and largest wildfires in U.S. history, where the wildfire decimated historical town of Lahaina, causing over $5.5 billion in damages and also leading to over 100 deaths.
Yeah, and for many homeowners, their insurances would not provide them coverage for their destroyed homes, and soon hundreds of attorneys started filing lawsuits.
Right, and they did reach a settlement eventually, but insurance companies held out on paying it, and they wanted to take each individual in the lawsuit to court separately. And this is problematic because many people weren't able to afford this due to high legal fees.
However, Hawaii's Supreme Court recently ruled that doing such was illegal and forced the $4 billion settlement to go through as a collective one. And so far, insurance companies have paid over $2.3 billion to those affected by the wildfires and are expected to pay about $1 billion more. And it's yet to be decided whether or not the company will bring the case to the U.S. Supreme Court. However, it's definitely a big win for a lot of homeowners around the state and also for a lot who suffered from the fires. And we'll be right back on 107.9 FM. Welcome back to 107.9 FM, and today we'll talk about some things that have happened today in history on February 11th. And to kind of start off, in 1990, Nelson Mandela was released from prison South Africa, marking a historic moment in history.
Yes, so he was originally in prison for protesting against the corrupt South African government, and later he won a Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts, and the South African consulate in Britain's address was named Nelson Mandela's Place in 1986 to commemorate his efforts.
Right, and today in 2020, the World Health Organization officially announced the coronavirus to COVID-19. And since then, COVID-19 has become one of the biggest pandemics in modern era. And this was because countries had unprecedented lockdown, and many pharmaceutical companies started creating cutting-edge technology when it came to the mRNA vaccines.
Yep, and finally in 1778, French writer, politician, philosopher, and thinker Voltaire returned to France after exile, and Voltaire famously wrote the book Candide, which addresses the philosophical question of whether or not we live in the best of all possible worlds. And in the book, Candide, the main character, goes through many hardships to life, showing that the world that we live in is not the best of all possible worlds, but perhaps it's what we make of it. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have today on 107.9 FM here at The Night Shift. I've been your host, Johnson.
I've been James.
And I've been Aishi.
And we hope that you continue to tune in tomorrow.